for this wicked world. Your data's uncorrupted, but does something skip inside you? That's what takes up time in your life. Add the sum of the slides, and sooner or later love comes inside you, gets behind you, takes you under its wing. Is it some kind of function, a reconstruction of where you've always been? Son's memory that's so passé, is that what passes for vision these days? I engineer no strangeness, I don't have that modern streak. What fills up the space in your life? Does the sum of the slides hurt? Sooner or later love comes inside you, gets behind you, takes you under its wing. Is it some kind of function, a reconstruction of where you've always been? I say time can't hurt you, I can't be bothered to get you alone in this world. You can't do it yourself, but make your ends known to your means and your lovers. Drop your guard, get over yourself, kick your shoes to the floor and run from your cover, run to the other side of your head, and I'll stand right by you. Love comes inside you, gets behind you, takes you under its wing. Is it some kind of function, a reconstruction of where you've always been? I said love comes inside you, gets behind you, takes you under its wing. Is it some kind of function, a reconstruction of where you've always been? I said time can't hurt you, I can't be bothered to get you alone in this world.
Well, everybody, take a look at the rescue chopper. That's right, it's combing the beach, and the sun's finally coming out. And those are some of the wonderful surprises you can get when you're living here on the beach, and this is where your home is, and now you're putting your clothes on, ready to get off the beach and go back into town and to do business, and don't nobody know how you live and what it's like to live out here. Most people would probably go crazy. I've seen people go from a regular person to homeless, and they began to suffer mental illness. That is some crazy shit. That's just crazy. But, you know, that's their life. They can't take it. They just snap. They don't have the mental toughness that I've got in order to be able to tell somebody. Do you still think it's funny making me homeless, Mayor Michael Obdumberg, who sent me your regards, to Marshal Edward Goddard, batch number 14, on June 27, 2010. That's about 27 months ago. And I really was homeless since March of 2010, when I began to live in homelessness. This is the guy. Take a look. They're coming around. Take a look at that. There it is. They're checking me out. Yeah, that's the rescue chopper. Woo! That's a show. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's life in homelessness, people. And look at this beautiful day out here. I wish I could give you more video time, but it's time to get back into town and to start handling my business. This is Dr. Phil Judge. This is my personal log for August 10th, 2012.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, Good Thursday, April 21st, 2011. I received a call from the NYPD Police Detective Garcia, who wants to talk to me, which prompted this presentation. And will be in multiple parts. I don't know how many yet. We're just going to have to go with the numbers on that ticker over there. That's the time. I'd like to first of all start off with I'm this guy. In New York Newsday, that I went to a meeting Tom Prater invited me to. Newsday was there. He saw Dr. Tube, the Crusader, fell in love with the product. Front page, and I believe it's the household leisure section, something like that. Now, I'm also that guy that worked for Mayor Bloomberg, volunteered for his third term, even though I testified against him at the third term hearings in order to get his attention and to stop my eviction. I'm also the guy that presented the evidence to the Attorney General. Oh, I'm sorry. He's governor now. I'm also the guy who should be very angry because this is just one part of the 4 parts of documents I litigated that won me 2 landmark judgments and awards from Justice James J. Golia, New York State Supreme Court, Long Island City. Ida Smith, 3 of these are missing, plus those 2 books to Mr. Juan Cuba at the White House. That's when this whole thing about get the police to get Philip Dry started with Sophia King. Remember? You stopped that. You should have stopped yourself this time when you figured out I would expose you too, school teacher. Thanks for this one, Ida. It's intact. 2 landmark awards and judgments and orders, and I litigated all the way at the appellate division of New York State Supreme Court, and this is a meritorious cause of action to implead Mayor Bloomberg, the police department, the Queens District Attorney's Office, and Human Resources. And following documents will show you that. And these are the documents. That's the mayor. You see that stamp right there? That's the mayor. That's the police department, NYPD. Human Resource Administration for playing me for crazy like Ida Smith did. And New York City Housing Authority, in which I had to go back and do it to New York City Housing Authority at New York City Housing Authority because the comptroller won't accept claims against them because that is federal dollars. And you people need to understand what the law is, how it works, and what the process is. But I did hear from Tom Prater, acquiesced, twice, when I got the SIR reply. When I got the transcript of the trial in Supreme Court where I beat Byron Medigakis so bad before he left the courtroom, he said, I'm going to appeal. And then I taunted them and played with them. Right when they got out the courthouse, right around the fountain in Long Island City. Those are trophies for as my rewards. When I do this, people, I ain't got no wife, I ain't got no kids, ain't too many people give a damn about me. I'm an ugly guy who can accept my life, my fate as it is. I am kind, I am benevolent, I am generous. And Y'all turned that against me, and those are you black staffers in the offices of black elected officials, and you guys are so rotten, you make it a freaking embarrassment to be black in America. Because you were supposed to stop this when you saw it. This is a surreply that you have a Judge Maria Resos in Queens County Civil Court plagiarizing perjuries in the surreply index number 16218 2005. Right here. Just an absolute embarrassment. This right here is the transcript of the trial right here. In February 2009, the General Counsel of Policy was there, and he committed perjury in his transcript. That's why we have to go to federal court. This is the case that got washed out. And there you go, right there, you got to see Mayor Bloomberg's name. Bingo. All covered up and contained. This is big news. This is big news. And I depended on this guy to fix it because I put it in his hands at the St. Albans VA auditorium close to 4 or 5 years ago. That's how I ended up getting the handler, Ida Smith. These are the letters that this woman's got me writing to this guy, kissing his behind, and it was an exercise in futility. What she conducted, she was part of an orchestration to obstruct justice on the allegations. Whoa, winds of change. I did a political accountability documentary that aired on TV campaigning for this guy. This is a letter asking him for a meeting. At the end of the day, we know that my attorney sent this to the Elder Abuse Unit about this lady right here that got embezzled out of $20,858 and what it was earmarked to allow her to destroy herself in order to contain it. And when you steal that much money from somebody, $20,858, and you leave them in their apartment with the gas stove on, that's a Nazi copycat crime. I've been doing my activism, and I do it very nicely, thank you, with my 2 documentaries that aired on TV, scared every politician in town because they never seen one man do so much all by himself. That's because I'm not touching your little heifers. I'll put this all over town. Call your congressman and ask him, how did he cover this up? You're a black guy, you're a congressman, and you got a Native American female acting as a congressman with the kind of power with him that she rules with impunity, playing everybody's mama. Well, guess what? Fooled you, didn't I? I don't need no mama. You're embarrassed, you're humiliated. That's why you called the police and filed a false police report. I ain't no threat to you, since I wouldn't harm anything on you. But I have to destroy the myth of you being so honest. You have no integrity. You have no integrity. You're a liar. You're a sneak. You're like a cobra. You're that slithery. And Jason Hilliard said, you're mad because I attacked you by the preponderance of the evidence that I blasted over the internet. and your credibility destroyed, leaves the congressman with no more shield, no more sword. He's now no longer invincible. That's what I want. By proving to everybody he covered this up. And they gave the white boy who did it a promotion. Ida Smith hooked that up, I swear on my mother's grave, because she spoke to the VA police that covered it up. She, with the union, she was the head boss because it was the congressman's office and his power. The myth of his power, because he's a powerless bastard that couldn't get me to stay in the ghetto so I can help these people. That's what I did with my life. You destroyed this. You killed him. You killed him. You killed him. And the evidence also says that the guy you endorsed and campaigned for, you knew. And I think now that I'm realizing it, it looks like me reporting on my activities for him to your Ida Smith and your office was illegal, Congressman Meeks. Can we talk about what else you covered up, which is the retaliation, the guy who saved that old lady and protected her and brought to how she was embezzled and everything that was done wrong to her? Did you see her in the nursing home, Congressman? But we've got the Veterans Administration washing their hands of any liability, any culpability, anything, because they handed me a deck of cards. We had them for Saddam Hussein and everybody in Iraq, remember? Well, the VA knows all about it, and they gave me a deck of cards. And it's got the name of every politician in town. State Senator Malcolm Smith, State Senator Shirley Huntley, Congressman Gregory W. Meeks, Assemblywoman Vivian Cook, Councilman Leroy Comrie, with your Rance Huff, who hates me, hates Haitians, because he was the first one to get the evidence, and he went to NYCHA as alleged, and that's how your case, NYCHA ended up coming after me, because I went to you first before I went to the Inspector General of NYCHA, and they was already waiting for me. Ambushed. I want time to prepare my book. That's why I'm leaving. I wrote a letter to the White House, and this is when all the trouble began. When I got this from the Justice Department, which is a White House referral number, where is it? WH, White House, 07142010-7. That's my White House referral number. All I ask those politicians, which I just named, look, y'all been getting this information on the internet, dropping it off to your house, I'm in your functions, you got me using me to go get this guy, Ida Smith. You're the one that told me for me to go get Malcolm Smith. And you can't pass a lie detector when you told me that he's the one that snitched on the congressman and all that stuff, and the Attorney General washed his hands of it because there were boys in the Clinton administration, there was a conflict of interest, and he sent it to the feds. And now the new Attorney General has sent me something from the Integrity Bureau. So at the end of the day, to round it off in this 15 minutes on YouTube, is that you are busted, because I'm taking your butts to court, and here your names right there. They've been sitting there for 6 months. I don't have anything else to say. What am I going to tell you? Other than I'm filing a notice of claim in order for me to get $75,000 because I blasted all over the internet that I'm the one who put up the Thompson pictures. So give me a break and quit, you guys. Quit your lying. Comfort zone. Hey, hey. How you doing? Dr. Drench is feeling real good right about now. What do you think, huh? I just went and sold me 6. I mean, actually, just 6. Big shots. Big shots. 6 of them. That's Vanessa Whitty. Comfort zone. Now, come on now. Did you really think it would benefit you, Mayor Bloomberg, when you told Marshal Edward Goddard to give me your regards when he put me out June 27, 2010? Bang! That's what I'm talking. Congressman Meeks' office, when you called in the death threat, did you think about what you was doing? Bang! You messed up. I got you. I got you good. Shirley Huntley, orchestrating that death threat and not taking care of your son is not good for you, State Senator. Malcolm Smith, you can give Haitians all them little houses you want. And I and a couple of them, they Creole Haitians. Those my people. Thank you very much. But it ain't gonna help you. Ken messed up. I couldn't understand racism, and I don't know redlining. Bang, that's stupid. Assemblywoman Vivian Cook, how you feeling, baby? How you feeling? Need a wig? Because with that chemo, man, it takes all the hair off, from what I understand. Like, missed my dental appointment today. Gotta go get my stuff whitened up a little bit, get a nice cleaning, whitening. I got a couple of hours. Mommy's got me looking good, huh? Wow. I'm getting equality and liberty in America through Russians. You guys are so damn dumb. Don't y'all feel stupid? Excluding immigrants. Woo! What you mean? What? But guess what? You see right here? Let me show you something. You see right here? You see Liberty Plaza? See that right there? That's because they took it from the Indians, genocided their entire freaking race. There's just a couple of them left. And guess what? Some of your elected officials will hire them and they will mess up stuff for you. That's what it is. That's how that works. What do you want me to tell you? Woo! Look at that, huh? Look at that, huh? Tried to tell you guys, man. I wasn't joking and I wasn't kidding. What I'm doing to y'all right now, y'all can thank bingo, the United States Army Special Forces. 1st Battalion, 75th Infantry. You go high tech, I go low tech. You go low tech, I go high tech. I don't have to touch you. My job was to do reconnaissance on you guys and bring the evidence to the newspapers, and I just did that. I sold you down the river. Every single one of your black colored politicians in the 6th Congressional District, you guys are done. You guys are done, man. Everything. I harvested all your secrets. Ida Smith, what is the relationship between the Haitian American Veterans Association and your girlfriend? That's not a conflict of interest? Yes, it is. For her to have gotten burnt for $4,000 worth of tickets, you're going to tell me that it's Dr. Such and Such a gigolo, and I'm not going to help them get those portable housing for the people of Haiti. Bang! You can't get your land back no matter what you do. Your race will never, ever, ever be reconstituted on this North America ever again. That is good enough punishment. By somebody either telling it to you or you watching me tell it to you. What you guys did to me, shouldn't be allowed. Y'all shouldn't be allowed to do that, man. That's why I'm on your case. I'm a journalist, and I kind of like my job, and I got newspapers that I take my work now because I've proven my credibility, and it took me harvesting your credibility, Ida Smith. The Hangsman's News, the elder abuse, the old lady in the nursing home. What about Margaret? Remember, you helped cover up that the New York City Human Resources was going to the post office, get the mailboxes, and diverting people's checks. You stupid. You dumb. That's bad. bad, bad. And that election fraud, you and Rashida getting information from Rance Huff out of Comey's office while you working and getting my information and passing it on to people, contacting the Thompson campaign either. The phone log busts you. He can't